All right, first things first. Number one, whenever you're in the car, make sure you're wearing your seatbelt. Number two, God is amazing. He is the God of whoever, and he's the God of whenever. Bible says that whoever calls on the name of the Lord will be saved. Whoever. Jesus also said, I am the same, or the Bible says, God says, I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. That means he's the God of whoever, he's the God of whenever, and he's the God of forever. That is just awesome. That means it doesn't matter where you are, it don't matter who you are, it don't matter when you are. You can always access God. You don't have to wait like at work. You got to come into work at 7:30, 8:30, midnight. They tell you, show up now, and this is when your time is valuable. This is when your life and your intelligence and your strength are valuable at this certain time. But God says, whenever, whoever, you can always have value. You can always access me. It's not like at the bank. You got to go to the bank. You got to reach there at certain hours. Whenever, whoever. You want to go buy something at the store. Well, now Walmart closes at 11 p.m. They're not open 24/7. He is always open. You can always access him. He is the God of whoever. He's the God of whenever. He's the God of forever. So when do you access God? Whenever you need to, whenever you want to. How do you access him? Through prayer. You can simply step aside and you can pray. You can find a room. You can go to a church. You can even be in your car talking to God. He said, whenever. I'm here. I'm good for it. You can always reach me. Always accessible. The most equitable, the most accessible than anybody else, than anything else. Doesn't matter if you have Wi-Fi or cell phone reception. You don't need any of that because God makes the connection with you and in you. Prayer. You can think and make contact with God. In your thoughts, you can speak to God and you can hear him speaking back to you. You can speak those words out loud in prayer and you can talk to him. You can talk to God. You can access God whenever, wherever, whoever. Does that mean you don't have to go to church? You don't have to go to church. You don't. You get to go to church. It's a privilege. I've heard of people, met people, they had to leave their country. They had to move and flee because it was illegal for them to go to church. So for them folks, it ain't about do I got to go. It's I get to go. I can go to church safely without anybody throwing me in jail. But church adds so much value. It's like at work. You can work from home, you can work remotely, and that's great. That's awesome. It's convenient, it's very useful. But there's a different dynamic when you come together. The collaboration, the encouragement, the learning, the teaching, so much. It accelerates and it multiplies when you do come together. There is a time for putting your head down and working and getting it done. There's things that only you can do and only you need to do on your own. When you come together, there's an extra dynamic that's added. So that's the value of coming to church. I don't come to church in order to access God. I come to church because of the value is increased and I get something even more when I'm around others who have accessed God on their own and privately. The good thing is, you don't have to be at a church building. You don't have to be in some holy place on earth. No, it's not a position. It's not a time. It's your heart. It's your attention. It's your focus. I think it was Charles Spurgeon. He said the best prayer and the simplest prayer is help. Just cry it out to God. Just talk to God. He's listening. He's always open. He's always listening. He's always ready.